purposes only. You'd be an idiot to listen to anything these degenerates say. Invest at your own risk, do research, but seriously don't listen to these ass clowns. Now enjoy Cash Daddies.
Welcome to Cash Daddies. We're banking fatties. Joining me as always, the man, the myth, the legend, Howie Dewey.
What's up, my man?
Good to see you, buddy. And on the ones and twos. And he's back at WeWorks. Thank God. I thought it was getting weird there, but there's Carl still working. Joining us always, Jay Nice, Juicy Johnny, J Dog, Johnny Woodard, everybody.
Yes. Hello, everybody.
I saw somebody tag you, this lovely couple that comes to almost all my shows. They're such nice people. They're like, got to meet Juicy Johnny last. It's like,
yeah, I knew who you're talking about. They found me outside. We were almost at the car, and they were, hey, come on here. It's like nicest people. Everybody,
good-looking couple.
Dude, your show was great. First of all, we should say show was amazing. You crushed. I went to the early show. You said the second show was even better, which I can hardly imagine, because you did so well the first show.
The second show was fire.
But
both shows were great.
As always, any tinfoil associated event, the best people there, the most chill people. It was a lot of fun. Great location.
Best comedy crowds, man.
Yeah, dude.
No
So thank you, everybody who came out. We love you very much. And it's like I was telling you guys before the show, tonight at the place which was a bourbon room, they're having a giant crypto event. So I don't know why, man, but I feel like we've kind of gone through it, and crypto might be a little back.
You don't know why. I know why. Because crypto is through the roof, baby.
Through the roof, dude.
We're going to the moon.
We're going to
unlike our own government, we're going to the moon.
Yeah, right, dude. So the biggest thing about this show was really on fire when crypto was on fire. And like, I feel like when it comes back, it's time. I have all these people want to give me coins. James, the punch drunk PR guy, wants to come on. So we have a bunch of crypto people. Yeah. Rosie Trans, my friend, she wants to come on.
He was big on SHIB though, right, James? He's doing well right now.
Big on SHIB, and he said another one's going to be going to billions. So I'm like, okay, because you want to get the inside scoop, right, Johnny? So
yes,
this guy,
absolutely. What's going to billions? Tell me. I'll buy it.
Hold on, right here.
Give it to me.
Dude, look at Chainlink. We gave out Chainlink on this show a year ago at $5. It's at 20.
He says right now, I think it's called Nodeai, Nodeai.
Node AI. I got you. Node AI. Yeah. Okay.
He's saying it's going to the roof, through the roof.
Let's do it. I'll get some of that too. I just picked up some Pepe coin. I'm up 50%.
What are you buying it on, Johnny?
In 2 days. Crypto.com, the app, that sponsors the arena.
I forgot I got that app.
I will say though, not the best for withdrawals. Huge withdrawal fees. So keep that in mind.
Can you buy this stuff on Coinbase?
You can. I'm of course banned from Coinbase. So
I cannot believe
they won't share
that
with me.
So crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's like I'm some kind of criminal.
I mean, dude, it is shocking to me. It is shocking to me.
It was it was so weird, dude. They just asked me for a bunch of documents about how I get paid, and I sent them as much as I could, and then that was it.
What the hell is going on with Bitcoin? Wow.
Oh, it's
Sam,
just
did you get
it's
your
up.
Celsius? Did you get your Celsius?
Yeah, I got. I mean, they screwed me right in my butt.
You kept it in. You kept it in though, right? In crypto.
Yeah.
Okay,
so still going.
You're doing
still
all right.
Going.
Yeah.
Still going. I'm enjoying it.
What is it at? Is it still above 67? Yeah, 67.6 right now.
Well,
yeah.
wait, I'm on crypto.com. It says 68.59.
Okay, I'm looking at just Google's homepage here, and we has a live ticker at 67.6. But those things vary. Wait, are we? So yeah, that's past all-time highs. Yeah, we're through the all-time high. Which I didn't think I wasn't sure we'd ever see that again. I know I said last week I thought we'd keep climbing, but man,
that's what else is up.
It's so predictable before these halvings. It just
before
rocket ships.
But it's not. And this is what's interesting. It's not like the first rally we had 2 years ago, because a lot of these altcoins, Bitcoin's moving, Solara's moving, Ethereum's moving, Chainlink's moving. Most of these altcoins are not moving. Most of them are kind of just staying the same, maybe up a little bit, but not like Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, who knows how high it goes and how sad I'll get.
Well, yeah, that's got to be offset some by the fact that you still have a lot of Bitcoin that's going up in price. So
Here's what I will say though, and this guy made a good point today. I listened to a guy today. He said the one thing about Bitcoin is that, it's at 67, might be at 68, but you could see this thing tomorrow back at 55 just because of the volatility.
Well, if it goes down to 20, I will be the happiest dude ever.
Well, you know why it's up. It's up for basically one reason. It's up just because of you can thank BlackRock, because that's why it's up.
We will not.
You can thank them because
I will not.
BlackRock
Dude,
acquired $10 billion worth of Bitcoin over the past month. It's up because these ETFs are buying it. That's why these spot ETF Bitcoin ETF. That's why it's up.
can you explain to me, Howie? So, as people invest in them, are they required to buy more? How does that work? Assets to versus against what investment? How does that work? Are they required to maintain a certain ratio there?
No, I mean these Bitcoin ETFs basically, if you don't have the money to go out and buy a $67,000 Bitcoin, you can put $10, $20, $50, $100.
Well, but you can buy fractions of Bitcoin. I mean, that's never been a problem. But what I'm saying is, like, are they, as more people buy into, as the value of those funds increase, are they required to hold Bitcoin hold more Bitcoin? Because I've seen they've just been buying these huge chunks of it. Is that because more people are investing? How does that work?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. The more money that comes in, the more they're going to buy. But with that being said, at some point, if you got, say, even a retail investor like you and I, or say a pension, and they're holding a specific amount of Bitcoin within the ETF, and they have to sell for any reason, to pay off new pensions, or for whatever reason, they could go in and sell a shitload of this stuff, and you would see the price drop extremely fast. In other words, to make it simple, Bitcoin is going to be a highly, highly volatile investment. You're going to see it up and down, up and down, up and down.
How often does that happen? Often though, with these massive, stable ETFs like this, it's not like a fly-by-night company backing this thing, right? It's
no, yeah, I mean, huge companies backing it, but they can still drop. Even they, the bottom line is they hold these ETFs, but the investors, you and I, that are buying them. So if we sell, nothing they can do. I mean, it's gonna drop. So I heard a guy today saying that. He said that's the one thing about Bitcoin. It's going to be extremely volatile. You may see it drop quite a bit before it goes back up again.
You mentioned BlackRock, Howie. Sam, you're going to love this. BlackRock's, they've come out and said that, and this is just great. I'm just going to read this. This is from Fox Business. Investment management company BlackRock admitted in its annual filing to the SEC that Larry Fink's environmental, social, and governance policies, that's ESG, its advocacy for those policies could harm its reputation and hurt its bottom line. This is the quote. BlackRock's business, scale, and investments subject it to significant media coverage and increasing attention from a broad range of stakeholders. This heightened scrutiny has resulted in negative publicity and adverse actions for BlackRock and may continue to do so in the future. Are things turning on ESG, Howie? What do you think?
I mean, all you got to do is look at, if you listen to the show, people listening, damn well a year ago, the one stock that I told everyone they should have in their portfolio is Disney. I said, you got to buy Disney because Bob Iger is going to come in. He's going to chop heads. He's going to make it a profitable company again. He came out and said they're not doing a lot with ESG. Iger said that. So we don't give a shit anymore. We're just
well. I have to push back on that a little bit because they whether these projects were in the can for a while, and that might be the truth, but Disney is full on still engaging in ESG stuff. And This is the problem that that Hollywood is going through right now. It's like these millennials are now 30, I think early 40s maybe too. And they're in these positions of management, and they still have this awful view of the world that is very anti-business. And you got to ask yourself, how are you going to get rid of this out of your business when that's
Time out. Bob Iger doesn't have a anti-business bone in his body, dude. That's all.
Bud, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
He wakes up every morning and all he does is looks at the stock price. That's it. That's all he gives a shit about. You look at this guy Iger's past, and that's all he cares about.
I understand what you're saying. Okay. I understand what you're saying. And I think there's some validity to it. And I do enjoy, Howie, having a conversation with you because you do bring in data that maybe does not enter my algorithm all the time. So I do appreciate that. Okay. But Disney is in some trouble, dude. I mean,
How are they in trouble? They hit an all-time high today.
Well, I don't know what that means then, because they're having franchises bomb. They're bombing over and over again, dude. Their parks aren't doing as good as they used to be because they overprice shit. They take chances on stuff and it's not working. Now, for me, dude, because we've been doing this show for a while, sometimes I start going, is the stock market, okay, actually connected to what's happening in real life? I'm sorry. I have to ask that because you see numbers and you're like, well, that doesn't connect to what we're seeing everywhere in all the headlines. You know, I mean, it's just the truth here. The stock goes up. Maybe people are buying the stock because they know it's going down or something's going to, I don't know, dude.
No, the actual company, Disney, has improved 1,000% from 2 years ago. Them hiring this guy was the smartest thing they've ever done because all their numbers right now are headed back up. Even fucking ESPN, I was seeing today where they found out something with ESPN where they're starting to turn a profit, which blows my mind.
Where did you read this? I'm going to be honest with you. This is flies in the face of everything I hear.
Because it is. I'm just stating facts. I mean, if you're a stockholder, a shareholder, Sam, you can read the Disney's prospectus. You can go in and you can look at every single entity of that business, whether it's the theme parks, whether it's
yeah, but I'm told the theme parks aren't doing that great.
Where'd you see Well, I did see that Disney's they're looking to expand Disneyland. Actually, they just are looking into buying more of Anaheim.
The theme parks are doing very well. I don't know where I think they're doing extremely well right now.
But the last thing I have, Howie, is from October in the news here. It says ESPN's profit plunged 20% as Disney gives rare glimpse at finance in hunt for an investor.
I mean, dude, honestly,
you said you've seen something since then.
Yeah, that was October though.
That's the last thing I see though when I search like ESPN profits in news. I don't see anything since.
And you know, this is like a big part of you know, this thing where a lot of people thought I realized I got it all wrong in one instance because I had thought the merger between ESPN and Fox Sports was a big deal, and I realized they were merged before that Disney had bought out Fox Studios, and the only thing they didn't take was Fox News because they wanted it to be, you know, R's versus D's, red versus blues, and all that stuff. So, so now we're finding that like. It's going to be really interesting for sports because why would Disney and Fox Sports bid against each other when they're the same company? And what does that do for sports? What does it do for sports? So now they streamlined it because now it's going to be one giant streaming service instead of having, let's say, Fox Sports and then ESPN Sports. It's going to be one big thing under Disney.
It's going to be no different than if we had just taken DirecTV to the internet eventually. It's just going to be one big ass company.
They've done that.
Yeah, because we briefly had this a la carte period of cord cutting, and we're going right back to it's basically satellite and cable online. That's what it is. We're going to have to pay these massive fees again for shit we don't want.
Yeah, exactly.
They found a way around it. I'll just read the rest of that quote from BlackRock. It's funny. Any perceived or actual action or lack thereof, or perceived lack of transparency by BlackRock on matters subject to scrutiny, such as ESG, may be viewed differently by various stakeholders and adversely impact BlackRock's reputation, their reputation, and business, including through redemptions or terminations by clients and legal and governmental action and scrutiny. That last part, they're talking about, the Republicans in the federal government. But so that's just funny to me that they're actually publicly pondering whether ESG is, that means they've been talking about this for a long time, if they're actually letting it get out. Maybe it's affecting them, Sam. I mean, maybe like all the grumbling we've done about ESGs, and then people, they're finally feeling it a little. I don't know if
well,
I believe that.
The internet, as much as they're trying to censor it right now, and they're going really hard on it, is like the information flows, and people are realizing that like what BlackRock is doing is taking people's like their retirement, and they're using it to fund projects that are basically pushing cultural Marxism. And that's kind of what's going on. People are over it. And it's just like, again, it's like, I'm just kind of over the gaslighting of everybody and everything, just constantly being told that what we feel isn't relevant. And if we do feel it's because we're knuckle draggers. Yeah. And it's just nonstop everywhere, dude. Everywhere you turn, they're trying to manipulate something. And the head of the beast is BlackRock. And behind BlackRock, I found out the biggest shareholders, I think, of BlackRock is Bank of America. So it's like super interesting to me. It's all interesting. I love it though, but go on.
Well, all these, it's not, I mean, that doesn't mean anything, but because you look at BlackRock, and everybody owns BlackRock. Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, UBS.
But the largest owner.
I mean, they could be today, and then next week it could be Morgan Stanley. I mean, BlackRock, large corporations, pensions own huge chunks of BlackRock. Why? Because the stock's been unbelievable for the past 10, 20 years. I mean, the stock has done well. Stock price depends basically on one main thing, Sam, and that's sales and earnings. So if you had bought Disney 1 month ago, you could have bought it at $90, and it started inching up, and now it's at 114. In the last month, it's gone up 30 points in the last month, which is insane. But the reason it's up is because these huge conglomerates, these big companies like our pensions or 401ks or even big investment firms, they start buying the shit out of Disney when they hear.
Yes, dude. See, that's what I'm saying. It's the same.
They hear the earnings are good.
I agree. So
that's they obviously somebody got wind that, hey, they're expanding their parks. There's still huge demand. They're upping their prices, because what happens when you up price and you still have great demand? That's when you start making a shitload of money. So this guy Iger came in and he cut costs, and he's do whatever the hell this guy's doing. It's working, because they had an all-time high today, which is crazy. I mean, it happened so fast with Disney. Disney just skyrocketed in the last 30 days. It's bizarre.
Hey guys, I want to tell you about our friend James McMahon at Copy My Crypto. Has it pissed you off to watch crypto fly up in prices for over a decade and you still done nothing about it? It makes sense. It totally makes sense. Crypto is complicated and it's really boring. Well, here's the good news, okay? You don't need to know a thing about crypto to make the money so many have. The CopyMyCrypto.com membership site shows you the exact cryptos that YouTuber James McMahon personally owns, which means you just copy him. It's like having a big brother who knows what he's doing. You don't need to know a thing about crypto or how to invest, as you simply copy along. So let me tell you about James. He runs the Crypto with James YouTube channel, which has over 54,000 subscribers. In the summer of 2020, he told his viewers to buy 26 cryptos. Had you put $100 into each one, it went on to be worth over $123,000. Of the 26 cryptos, his top pick of the year, the one he singled out, called Phantom, went up 692 times from when he said. That one alone has retired a number of people, including guys in their 20s and 30s. Remember, this is public knowledge. You can go to YouTube and verify for yourself. So if you'd like to join the 2,800 members who copy James, then pause what you're doing and head over to copymycrypto.com/Sam. That's copymycrypto.com/Sam, SAM. You'll not only find the proof of everything I've said, but my viewers get full access for just $1. Yes, you've missed out on Bitcoin, but there's over 2 million other cryptos. Do you really think you've missed out on all of them? Guys, don't waste any more time. Go to the site and read it. Once again, that's copymycrypto.com/Sam. It's ended money worries for so many. It may just do the same for you. Can I just tell you, dude, I've been buying tons of Uber.
Smart move, brother. Smart move.
I just keep buying Uber.
Because, you talk to anybody and shit, it's at 81 now. I love to see it drop back down some. But that's a company that, shit, in 1 year, it's gone from 40 to 80. And, my people on the street say it's a $300-400 stock,
Wow.
There's like we've said before on the show, they have their paws in everything. Everything.
Like when you say your guys on the street, what, some trench coat guy on the corner on Wall Street just whispering shit to you as you walk by, can't make eye contact. Just
like, what do you got, buddy? What do you got?
I heard this motherfucker's 300-400. Don't say
Like
anything you
Uber.
didn't hear from me. Straight to
Uber.
talking.
But I mean, I couldn't believe, Uber hit a 52-week high today. Disney hit a 52-week high today. Not everyone's reaping the benefits because there is a company that could be in deep trouble. And that's your boy Elon Musk, man. That stock was down to 8% today, down from 200 to 188.
Oof.
Yeah, he's taking a beat.
I saw they just increased car prices a little bump too because they're anticipating a slowdown in buying. So damn, that's.
And I think shipping to China was an all-time low this month. Yeah, we've said it here on the show before. Look, there's a lot more competition as far as the EV market goes than just Tesla. You got everything out there now. And supposedly these Chinese vehicles are just as good, but half the price. So I don't know. I think that, and the fact that he bought a non-profit or an unprofitable company in Twitter, I think Elon's taking a little beat down right now.
Well, and did you see? Remember, he was going to get like $56 billion in compensation. Elon was, and there were these legal firms that kind of defended, like saying that was excessive. Well, this is from Reuters today, I think. No, 2 days ago. The lawyers who voided Elon Musk's $56 billion compensation as excessive on Friday saw a record $6 billion legal fee payable in the electric car maker's stock. This is what they're filing in Delaware said. We recognize that the requested fee is unprecedented in terms of absolute size. That fee works out to a $288,000 hourly rate for the law firms. Elon, of course, says it's criminal and that the lawyers did nothing but damage Tesla, and now they want $6 billion. Can you imagine getting $288,000 an hour? What could you possibly do that's worth $288,000?
Bro?
They must just think he's drunk up there, and they're like, well, we got to get in and while the getting's good, get some money out of this thing.
Oh, my God.
He's in the middle right now. I think they wrote it up today, but he's getting sued for $128 million by ex-Twitter employees.
I'm not surprised by that.
He's got a few suits against him right now. And this dude, he's had a rough month. been a rough month.
That's got to be life for somebody who's a billionaire, though, right? You're just
Every
constantly getting
interaction.
sued by people.
Every interaction's like, is that going to be a lawsuit? Is that going to be a lawsuit? And as a guy who understands lawsuits, the situation is absolutely ridiculous. And anybody who's crazy can just bring a lawsuit up, and you got to deal with it. You just got to deal with it. As frivolous and stupid as they are, it is the system set up so there's no way of getting right out of it. It's impossible.
No, I mean, that's the way this country operates. You can sue anyone for anything, anything. It could be just absolutely bizarre. But yeah, he's going through some shit right now, and it looks to me like, I mean, this whole Twitter thing, I don't know what's going to happen, because he's losing money hand over fist on Twitter. Twitter's not making him.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. Like, he's getting complained that it's like getting too toxic and all that stuff, but it's also like, it was good for a moment, and now it just seems sloppy. It just seems sloppy, dude.
Well, anyone can say anything. It's to a point now, I think 90% of the videos, they'll say, look what this woman's doing in the store. And then you'll look and it's from 4 years ago.
And there's a snuff film, and it's just like, it's just weird, dude. And I think where he messed up was giving everybody a blue check mark. I think that ruined that. And, I mean, listen, I'm all for it. I'm all for, free speech and all that stuff too. But there's just like, I'm tired of every time I post, there's a OnlyFans model commenting.
Yes.
And I don't know how. I don't know how you get rid of the bots. I don't.
No.
I will. Let's not say he hasn't done some. The community notes thing is fantastic. That's worked out wonderfully to me. But you're right. The blue check mark. What do you think the solution? The solution was making sure that they were given out fairly and not just to members of the liberal press. That was the answer,
I
right?
agree with that.
Yeah.
So I think they should have like a red check mark for like legit people, or like another check mark where green check mark. Here you go, green check mark for people who pay for a check mark, right? So you get your check mark, and then you got the blue check mark, which is across the board. And that's it.
It's going to be like a general of like a dictatorship.
It's going to be like Sneeches, stars upon dars. It's just going to get weird. I don't know what the answer is, because Instagram sucks too. I'm sorry. Instagram sucks too.
Yeah.
Yes, there's a lot of hot ass on there that we all enjoy staring at. But outside of that, Mark Zuckerberg has put his finger on the pulse of the competition on comedy. And he's allowed the stupid to reign. And he's allowed anybody with any kind of political thought that doesn't fit into his views to get throttled. It just sucks. I mean, like, it sucks. So listen, I was telling Johnny this. I tried to do an ad on Instagram. It wouldn't go through. Yeah. And then I get this thing that it did go through. I paid for it to reach 30,000 people. Do you know how many people it reached? It reached 1,000. That's it.
What terms did you pick? Because I've done that in the past. You have to make sure you get terms that enough people are looking for.
Yeah, I did. I did. So we'll see.
That's crazy, dude. That's weird.
Yeah. Okay. It's crazy, dude. It's so fucking nuts. The whole thing is nuts. So they ran it, dude. I ran an ad. It's unbelievable. It took forever for me to advertise, but they ran it. So at least I'm getting a little action there, Okay.
All right. It's better than nothing. We talked a while ago about JetBlue and Spirit trying to get together. They agreed to terminate their merger, which was announced in 2022. It was going to be a $3.8 billion merger, but they were just facing so much regulatory and legal bullshit that they decided to give it up.
What was the legal bullshit that you guys already suck so bad? Bringing you together would be like some kind of like
worse
tag team of doom. Like, it's so bad.
Well, they had a July 2024 deadline for regulatory approval, and it just doesn't seem like they were going to clear it by then, from the sound of it.
They should merge JetBlue, Spirit, and Frontier. The three of
Yeah,
those.
just call it Greyhound Bus of the Skies.
Greyhound of the Skies, baby. Fucking Frontier, JetBlue, and Spirit. Just like open bar wherever they go. Just put like a little boxing ring in the middle of the plane for fights. Yeah.
This is in January, Sam, to answer your question, in January, a federal judge blocked JetBlue's acquisition of Spirit after agreeing with the Justice Department's appraisal that the deal would hurt the availability of low-cost air travel tickets. So I guess they thought, with less competition in that market, in that sector, the kind of low-cost airline, that they would actually start creeping up in price. So there's your answer.
Jesus Christ, man. That's unbelievable. I mean, I'll tell you another automobile company that kind of came back from the dead today, and their sales are up over 10%. Is Ford. I'm starting to look at Ford again because Ford finally busted up through 1250, and that thing looks like it could keep going. They do have a good guy running that company. He's solid. Their CEO. If Ford gets above $12.98, if it closes above $12.98, 13, that thing's going to 15, 16 bucks quickly. Ford's back in action, man.
Ford's back, baby.
New York community bank's not though.
Dude, dude, how do you still live in New York? Unless it's this thing where the internet makes us think New York is doing worse than it is. I like, dude, this, like, they had a new thing where, like, you guys are gonna have to pay a toll every time you go everywhere.
Congestion pricing, yeah, it sucks.
No, dude, that is the implementation of 15-minute cities. That's what they're doing.
That's what they do in London. Yeah, that's what they do in London. They have congestion fees. Yeah,
they do it,
and it didn't work. You know what? They said pollution went down like 3% or something. It was ostensibly to reduce pollution, is what they said. I think it's more what you're saying, Sam. 15-minute cities, and it didn't even work to reduce pollution.
Yeah, they've been fighting it, man. Like the fire department, because you got a lot of these cops and firemen coming in from Staten Island or Jersey. You can't make these fucking people pay $15 every time they go below 61st Street. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's so bad. Like it's just like in LA. We were talking about this, Johnny, on Broken Sim. They want to make it illegal to do right on red. And it's like, you will destroy traffic because you don't want us to hit people who just have no respect for pedestrian laws. They just walk out in the middle of the street and expect you not to hit them all the time. They don't care. They think it's like ridiculous. You guys are ridiculous. You
know how many people on bikes I've almost run over on a weekly basis?
Right.
On a weekly basis. Oh my God.
Yeah. Got bikes in New York, bikers. They just feel that they can drive wherever they want. They can pull out in front of you, and it's your job to get out of the way. I've come close to getting out of the car a few times and thumping some bikers. And here in New York, you got them probably out there. We have these city bikes. You put your credit card in, you got a bike for the day or whatever. And most of the people that get these bikes, they don't even know how to ride bikes. So now New York is rough now. But New York Community Bank, this is a smaller bank in New York that was trading at $10 3 months ago. It's now at $2.73. And they did a stress test on the bank and found out that they have a bunch of shady loans outstanding, and this bank's in trouble. So anybody that asks me, would you buy New York Community Bank at $2.70? Nah, I wouldn't. Stay away from it. It's not worth it.
Do you guys think I should pull my money out of Chase and move it to like a credit union?
Well, I mean, check the credit union. A lot of times credit unions have really good rates.
Well,
yes.
I have.
Yeah.
So I'm at Chase, and I'm also at City National, and I'm making so much on their rates there. And they were telling me they have a ton of money in their bank. So even if people pulled out their money, they would be fine. But
you mean at Chase?
No, Chase. Chase, I don't think they'll fold. They're like one of the big ones, but
Dude, well,
Well,
just to, yeah, but Howie's totally right, because I was a member of the Press Association credit union for a while, dude. And if you can get into a credit union like that, if you have some qualification for it, you
I'm
can
in
get
a credit
such good
union right
deals.
now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would do all my
You
checking.
think I should
everything.
pull my money out, Chase, and put it in
Well,
a
it's
credit
just,
union?
I mean, to see what compare the fees, you know, and the rates, but usually they have advantageous fees. And I mean, I know I paid no fees for anything when I was a member of a credit union, and they
What
had some
credit
great.
union are you in, Sam?
SAG-AFTRA.
Oh,
Do it.
okay. All right. Yeah, like Johnny said, check the rates first.
Yeah, but if they're better, do it for sure. No reason not to. Did you guys see
Yeah, and
that?
the thing about, hold on, sorry. But
Yeah,
the
go
thing
ahead.
about credit unions, right, is they can't loan out money they don't have. They can't do fractional reserve banking, right? Is that the whole thing why it's a little more stable?
I don't know.
I don't know about that, Sam. I think they can loan out whatever the hell whoever runs that particular credit loan union wants to loan out. I mean, because they have loans. You can they have house loans, car loans. You know, and typically in the past you used one because you worked for a school system or an airline or you know, and they would give you a better rate. That's why you used them. I don't know
Let's
how.
see. Here's something. No, this is from a credit union, but it says generally speaking, credit unions are safer than banks in a collapse. This is because credit unions use fewer risks, serving individuals and small businesses rather than large investors like other banks, for instance.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So
I would check
what
the
is
rates.
that? What does that mean?
Well, I think it means just that they're probably more localized. They're not as national, possibly. I think there are exceptions to this, of course, but you know, they're just not as profit motivated, I would assume. You know, their goals are really to serve the members of the union rather than the credit union, rather than
Yeah, they were started
profit, I
for
guess.
basically they were to cater to small communities, small towns.
So, but do you think
Or
that,
groups, yeah.
like, if there's a bank run, that's better to be in a credit union?
I don't know because
I mean, they're all insured by the government. If the government tanks, you're fucked.
they're all insured for what, $250,000, $500,000, whatever.
Yeah, and what? It's like NCUA insurance or something for credit unions, I think. It's yeah, National Credit Union Administration. There it is. That's what insures the credit union. So I don't know.
You know, I got friends that have 2 or 3 different credit unions and 2 or 3 different banks.
Why,
You know?
Howie? Why?
You know, because the rates differ. Some banks will give you a better rate. Some banks will give you a better loan, as far as a small business loan or something like that. And a lot of them will keep money in a credit union, just to stay loyal to, you know, if they work for Delta or something. You know, Delta has a huge credit union.
Really?
Yeah, Delta's got a big one. And yeah, they offer all unbelievable rates, really good rates. Probably half of it.
Did you guys see this party held by the son of Asia's richest man? I guess it was what's his name? Mukesh Ambani is the chairman of Reliance Industries, a conglomerate that spans everything from oil and gas to telecom. And they were having an engagement.
Johnny, how fat is the son?
Oh, he's so fat. Yeah, they were having.
Well, let me see how fat this guy.
I'll show you.
Can you find a picture how fat he is?
I mean, he's got big head, big fat head.
How do you get fat in India, man? Because like there's like 3 cows.
He's rich. He's rich. He's rich. This guy, yeah, that's how rich he is. He got fat in India. This guy, these are the people that attended his engagement party. Sam, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, Rihanna performed.
She performed.
Isn't this crazy? Like, how much money you have to be thrown out there to get Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg to line up? That tells you, we talk about levels to this shit and power and stuff.
100%. The crazy story is that so Beyonce's clothing line lost like an insane amount of money, right? And then so she did a private show in a hotel room for an hour for these Saudis. That's what they're telling. It's a private show, but you know, it was more like a gangbang or something like that. And they just lit her the fuck up for an hour. I poop on your chest.
I like that accent. That was really good. Tech executives, including other tech executives, were there. Also, it says it was a lavish 3-day pre-wedding celebration. So this wasn't even like the reception, dude. This was before the wedding. for the son of Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani, Asia's richest man. The bash was held to celebrate the upcoming marriage, blah, blah, blah. Mukesh Ambani is the world's 9th richest person with a net worth of $117 billion, according to Forbes. He's the chairman of Reliance Industries. We said that already, of course, but I'm trying to see who else was there.
She played 1 or 2 songs and got paid $3 million.
It's crazy, dude. Yeah, I saw some footage going around of her.
Imagine if they're like, okay, dude, here's what we need you to do. We want you to come to this show. We want you to do 3 of your best multi-layered dick jokes, and we're going to pay you $1 billion.
Yeah, I mean, what's that thing about how you need 1,000 real fans or just like 1 billionaire fan, and then you're just set for life?
That should be the name of the book. 1,000 real fans or 1 crazy billionaire.
Yeah, that's it, dude. We gotta start courting billion. We should just start talking about billionaire issues, Sam. Trying to get billionaires to listen to this podcast.
Welcome to the Billionaires Issue podcast. We discuss
where
issues.
do you get your adrenochrome, Sam?
Yeah.
We got to figure.
How do you know
out.
if this stripper loves you or not? Next on Billionaire Problem.
Hey, I had a friend he was a swim coach at Oswego State. I don't know, probably making 50, 60 grand a year. Who knows? And he quit his job as a swim coach. And he went to Dubai to train one 12-year-old kid, one of the prince's kids or whatever, and he got paid about 200 grand a year tax free. Had his own house, everything, and he trained this kid for 5 or 6 years over there in Dubai.
Oh,
damn, dude!
I have no skills. I have no skills.
What are you talking about?
That will translate into Dubai hard cash. Like,
dude, people get you know Russell Peters or somebody's over there all the time making.
But you can't swear
pay.
over there. Good luck to me. But it's like imagine if we want you to teach little how to do comedy. Will you do it? 200. I'd be gone, bro. Gone.
Oh, that would be great. Wow.
And then we'd be like, hey, have you seen Sam? Has he come back yet? No, they don't know where he is over there. They'd have you hold up like 6 floors below. Fucking dude,
because I would have it easy because I don't drink or do drugs, so you can't do that over there. At least the poor people can, right? You know, everybody else is doing gackers and
for sure
taking dumps on chicks' chests. I mean, that's so crazy, dude. That's so crazy. I mean, everything's moving over there. We are looking at Dubai becoming like the epicenter now. And it's so crazy because, again, we talked about on the show before, we can produce as much oil as they do, and they just won't let us have fun.
You're right.
It's just ridiculous, dude. We could be shitting on hot white girls from Orange County's chest, too, if they would just let us dance.
Yeah.
In the perfect world, that's exactly what I would be doing.
In the perfect world, bro.
Imagine
we could porta potty that shit.
Yeah, Sam went to Dubai for 6 months. What's he doing over there? He's dancing.
No, dude, I'm just, dude. You sent me to Dubai for a couple months at 200 grand. Let's say a month, bro. You'll see me dancing around the black cube, dude. Being like, I'm Muslim. Just,
you'd be a good Muslim.
I would not be a good Muslim.
No, you would.
I'm barely holding on as a Christian. I'm trying my hardest.
I would be on stage for probably 15 minutes until I went into my Muslim jokes, and I would be locked up and put away, and you'd never see me again over there.
Dude, Ahmed got banned from a Muslim country once because he made fun of the top guy in the country, making one of his hotels a 5-star hotel.
Yeah. That's funny.
Like it was a 6-star. He made up a new. This is a 6-star hotel. You're like, there's no such thing. And he did that joke on stage, and they ran him out of the country.
Yeah. I would be screwed. I can see it right now.
It's like making fun of Vladimir Putin right now. It's deadly business.
Yeah.
Another guy. Thing. Did you see that pilot that defected to Ukraine? He was living under another name in Spain. And they still found his ass and shot him in the streets like a dog. They found him in Spain, put him down. Do you see this huge helium deposit they found in Minnesota? It's supposed to be like market shifting, possibly. This massive helium deposit. in Minnesota. They found Howie. I thought that was kind of interesting. There's all kinds of mining going on that I just don't know anything about. That if you knew about it, there's so much money to be made if you could.
Well, natural gas is back. We've had a nice 2-week run. Natural gas.
Who's back?
MNG's pumping again.
Look who's back. Natural gas.
Natural gas back.
Natural gas is back, everybody. Bam, 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 bam.
Bam, bam.
It's moving.
A little slow there, sorry.
Gold, silver, same thing. It's holding. Gold's holding its own. It's good to see Sam buying Uber now, though. Yeah, gold's at 196. 196, up from 190. December.
That's it's what's accounting for it going up right now? I don't quite understand. It doesn't. I mean, the other situation, the surrounding factors would make you think maybe gold would not be going up right now. What's that?
They're saying right now gold's up basically thanks to weak economic data. So they're weak future like economic data.
Oh, I see. Okay, so should we be watching out for something in the markets coming up here?
I mean, I think everybody should own 5-8% gold, along with Bitcoin. Same thing.
Would you put that in the 5 to 8%? Or would you have a separate 5 to 8% for crypto?
Yeah, I'd separate both of them, like gold 5 to 8, crypto 5 to 8. So you got 10 to 14 altogether, 10 to 15% in those two. Yeah, I mean, for the first time ever in the 2024 portfolio, I tossed a nice little chunk of Bitcoin when it was trading at around 40. So
nice.
Yeah, the Patreon guys they've done well with that portfolio, doing well this year.
Yeah, it's nice to check in on that Bitcoin. I've been nurturing my Bitcoin for years now, so it's just like right on, baby.
Yeah, it's
right
coming.
on, baby.
I hope Kathy Wood is right. We're looking at $2 million Bitcoin. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the day.
Kathy Wood, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. She's a piece of work.
What else is going on? Let's see. Apple got hit with a big antitrust fine over music streaming in Europe. Almost $2 billion in fines in Europe. Europe, boy, those regulators in Europe do not fuck around, dude. They're the reason the new iPhones all have USB-C, is because a couple years ago they mandated that all devices go to USB-C. It's kind of like with California with emissions, where all the car makers just make them California standard. That's what they had to do because Europe was going to make them put USB-C in.
That's wild. I mean, 2 weeks ago, Apple was at 190. It closed today at 175, and a couple of the Patreon guys were like, when do we buy this thing? And I think it's going to go to 170. I think it's going to drop down to 170 probably this week. Then it's a good buy. But no, Apple's taking a beat down. Same thing as Google.
Apple, what's taking a beat down? And Google Google. Do you guys see that crazy video where like some Google employees were trying to unionize, and then the woman, Johnny, can you look this up?
Yeah, I have it right here. Actually, I have the story. It's in Austin during the Austin City Council. They are down there for South by Southwest. They are, I think, contract workers. And they found out they got laid off during the meeting. While they're talking to Austin City Council. Hold on, I'll show it to you. I have it right here.
Yeah, Google's taking a beating. 134. I think it'll go to 123.
Dude, this stuff is so crazy, bro.
Hold on, we got ads. Hold on just a second.
Ads.
Look at Fox News.
Look at Fox News. Fox Super Tuesday. Congratulations to Nikki Haley.
Please reach out to us. We would love to talk to you about the issues.
Yeah, and her big win in the District of Columbia. Big surprise.
Which
That's almost worse than losing it.
Good job. Right.
Yeah,
All the lizard people voted for you. Congratulations, Nikki Haley. Nobody likes you except for the lizard people.
So funny.
Councilmember Kadri for sponsoring this.
Talk to you about the issues that please reach out to us. We would love to talk to you about the issues that we're facing in our workplace. The passage of the YouTube Music resolution is not only important to workers
Where's
at
Alex
YouTube
Stein?
Music, but to all workers in Austin fighting for a fair union contract. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jack Benedict. Confess I feel a little bit underdressed, but I wanted to represent our union. We're a small team, but we're very mighty. So, I work for YouTube Music here in Austin, part of the Alphabet Workers Union, and I'd like to thank the council and specifically Councilmember Kadri for sponsoring this resolution and all the other co-sponsors.
Dude, this is crazy, dude.
It's been over
like
a year since we
Alphabet?
first went on strike over our employers' return to office policy. Now, this isn't because we just didn't want to go into an office, but essentially it was a layoff against a large percentage of our team who didn't live in the Austin area. Again, in September, we went on strike over our employers' refusal to bargain with our union. To this day, they refuse to come to the negotiating table, and Google still refuses to acknowledge us as their employees, even after countless losses in court which say the contrary. Needless to say, this has been a long fight. We've had many victories, such as unanimously winning our union election and having the NLRB declare Google and Cognizant as joint employers. But we still have work to do. We are disappointed to learn that this resolution has been delayed, but we can wait another month. We've been in this fight for a long time, and as far as I'm concerned, we have the council's support, and we have already won. So the passing of this resolution is yet another victory and another step in pressuring our employers to come to the negotiating table and bargain in good faith. There are less than 50 of us at YouTube Music, and we're taking on two of the largest corporations in the world. So to be supported by the city of Austin and also our allies in the labor community,
This is it, right?
give us the motivation to keep this fight
Not to
going.
interrupt, but they just laid us all off.
Oh,
They just laid us all off.
I guess we just all
Our
got
jobs are ended today, effective immediately.
Wow.
Well,
I'm sorry your time's expired, but we'll follow up on this. Thank you.
we'll get right on that, kids. We'll check that out for you. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. There's no. I'm rooting for nobody in that discussion. By the way,
They wanted us to go back to the office, and we were like, we don't really want to go back to the office.
I mean, it's truly insane.
I said it had something to do with South by, but that doesn't appear to be the case. It's just South by Southwest going on.
They just laid
a
us off.
contract between professional services company Cognizant and tech company Alphabet, that's Google, ended Thursday. So after that contract ended, they had these big layoffs of this group that work at the YouTube Music, I guess. So there it is.
Yeah, okay. So Howie, what's your pick? Let's go over to the Bang Bang Pows.
I'll tell you what. 2 years ago, we bought the shit out of semiconductors. SMH held companies like NVIDIA, Taiwan Semi. These things have hit all-time highs. They've gone up like 250%. You want a good solid ETF that could do the same thing, buy BBH. These are the biotechs. Buy the biotech right now. They're starting to move. And I think over the next year or two, I think BBH is at like 160. You might see it above 300. I like BBH.
All right. Get in on it, dude. Guys, if you want to be part of an exclusive fun club, join us over there at the Patreon, patreon.com/Cash Daddies. Also, if you want to see me live, I'll be at the Dojo of Comedy this weekend doing the Grifter Awards, the Grifties. And yeah, that's about it. Anything, Howie? Anything you want to push?
No. So that's this weekend. Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
come
Dojo.
down, dude. Hang out. Say hi. Maybe we can get you up in the first show if you want. Come down.
Yeah.
Come down. We either get. Let me talk to Mike. We can get you in first or second show. Let me talk to him.
Cool.
All right, and then yeah, I'm going to be in Flagstaff, Tucson, and El Paso at the end of the month. I got a whole bunch of new dates coming up. Oh, and I'll also be in Florida, Bang Bang Pow, at the Joke Joint. Come down. We're rocking. Let's make it happen.